All right, welcome back to Unlock Wisdom. Today, we're diving into a topic that touches us all at some point, anxiety. But don't worry, we're not just going to talk about the problem. We're going to explore proven, science-backed mindfulness hacks that can help you beat anxiety in just 5 minutes. So if you're ready to unlock some inner peace, let's get started. First, let's understand anxiety and mindfulness better. Before we jump into the techniques, it's essential to understand what happens in your body during moments of anxiety and how mindfulness steps in to counteract those effects. Anxiety can feel like an invisible storm, right? When it strikes, your body's fight or flight response activates immediately. Stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline flood your system, causing a racing heartbeat, rapid breathing, muscle tension, restlessness, racing thoughts, difficulty focusing, and even digestive distress. But here's the good news. You can hack this system in just minutes with mindfulness techniques. So, what is mindfulness anyway? It's all about present moment awareness, paying full attention to what's happening right now, without judgment or distraction. Mindfulness also helps in mental noise reduction, turning down the volume on anxious thoughts by reconnecting with your body and senses. Think of it as an anxiety antidote, a powerful, scientifically proven tool to calm your nervous system and reset stress responses. The best part? Mindfulness doesn't require special equipment, locations, or hours of practice, just your attention. Now you might be asking, why 5 minutes? Well, it's because of science-backed efficiency. Research shows that even brief mindfulness sessions can effectively reset your nervous system and reduce anxiety markers. It's also practical for modern life. It's perfect for busy schedules and sudden anxiety spikes when you need relief fast. At Unlock Wisdom, we specialize in simple, effective techniques anyone can implement without extensive training. Anxiety can hijack your brain. When anxiety takes hold, your amygdala, the fear center, becomes overactive, while your prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational thinking, gets suppressed. Mindfulness reverses this pattern, strengthening neural pathways that promote calm and clear thinking. Studies using fMRI scans show that just 5 minutes of mindfulness practice can begin shifting brain activity from stress-dominant to calm-dominant patterns. Moving into the hacks themselves, let's begin with hack number 1, diaphragmatic or belly breathing. Place one hand on your chest, the other on your belly. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 counts, feeling your belly expand. Hold for 2 to 3 seconds. Exhale slowly through pursed lips for 6 counts, feeling your belly contract. Repeat 3 to 5 times. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which controls your body's rest and digest response, the opposite of fight or flight. Why does this work? It has a physiological impact, slowing heart rate, lowering blood pressure, and reducing stress hormone production almost immediately. It also provides a neurological switch. Your brain cannot maintain high anxiety while your breathing pattern signals safety. It's a biological impossibility. Experts like Harvard Health and Mayo Clinic recommend it as a first-line intervention. Here's a tip from Unlock Wisdom. Practice this technique daily, not just during anxiety, to strengthen your ability to use it effectively in high-stress moments. Hack number 2 is the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Inhale quietly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. Exhale completely through your mouth for 8 seconds with a whooshing sound. Repeat 3 to 4 cycles for rapid anxiety relief. This technique, developed by Dr. Andrew Weil, forces you to regulate your breath and focus intensely on counting. which distracts your mind from anxious thoughts, increases oxygen intake, creates a rhythmic pattern that soothes your nervous system, and triggers the release of endorphins. Moving on to hack number 3, the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. First, name 5 things you can see in detail, noticing colors, patterns, and shapes. Then, feel 4 different textures around you, noticing temperature, smoothness, or roughness. Next, listen for 3 distinct sounds, focusing on their pitch, volume, and rhythm. After that, identify 2 scents in your environment, or imagine your 2 favorite smells. Finally, notice 1 flavor in your mouth, or imagine a favorite taste. This technique anchors you firmly in the present moment, breaking the cycle of anxious thoughts by redirecting your attention to immediate sensory experiences. Grounding yourself in the here and now is powerful. Grounding techniques work by activating the sensory pathways in your brain. When these pathways are engaged, they naturally override the anxiety circuits in your limbic system. A 2018 study in the Journal of Cognitive Therapy and Research found that sensory grounding techniques significantly reduced anxiety symptoms and intrusive thoughts in participants with generalized anxiety disorder. Remember, where your attention goes, your energy flows. Hack number 4 is guided imagery. Close your eyes and take several deep breaths. Visualize a peaceful, safe place in vivid detail. Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, smell, feel, and taste? Immerse yourself in this mental sanctuary for 3 to 5 minutes. Why does this work? Your brain processes imagery similarly to real experiences, triggering the same physiological responses. When you vividly imagine a peaceful scene, your body responds with decreased heart rate, lowered blood pressure, and reduced muscle tension. Here's a tip from Unlock Wisdom. Pre-plan your safe place when calm so you can access it easily during anxious moments. Our 5th hack involves simple stretching to release tension. Try neck rolls, rolling your neck slowly in complete circles, 5 times clockwise and 5 times counterclockwise. You can also try shoulder release, raising shoulders toward ears, hold for 3 seconds, then release completely. Repeat 3 times. Or attempt jaw relaxation, pressing your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Then open your jaw slightly and hold for 10 seconds before releasing. Physical tension and mental anxiety form a feedback loop. By consciously releasing muscle tension, you signal to your brain that you're safe, which helps calm anxious thoughts. Hack number 6 is temperature reset. For a cold reset, hold ice cubes in your palms, splash cold water on your face, or place a cold pack on the back of your neck. The cold shock activates your vagus nerve, triggering an immediate calming response and reducing anxiety. For a warm reset, wrap your hands around a warm mug, sip hot tea or coffee slowly and mindfully, or take a brief warm shower. Warmth relaxes muscles and provides comforting sensory input that counteracts anxiety's physical symptoms. Temperature interventions work by creating strong sensory experiences that interrupt anxiety patterns and trigger parasympathetic nervous system activation. Our final hack in this chapter is mindful movement. Take a slow, intentional walk for 5 minutes. Focus completely on the physical sensations, noticing the feel of your feet touching the ground. Pay attention to sounds, smells, and sights around you. When your mind wanders, gently return focus to your steps. Mindful movement creates a powerful synergy. Movement releases muscle tension and anxiety-fighting endorphins. Mindful focus breaks the cycle of anxious thoughts. Rhythmic stepping has a naturally calming effect on the nervous system, and being outdoors adds exposure to nature, which further reduces stress hormones. Now, Let's talk about daily mindfulness rituals for long-term anxiety control. These rituals can strengthen your resilience against anxiety over time. 1 is morning intention setting. Take 2 to 3 minutes before starting your day. Sit comfortably and take several deep breaths. Ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? Set a positive intention like, today, I will treat myself with kindness. I will notice moments of calm, or I will pause before reacting to stress. Visualize yourself moving through the day with this intention. Setting intentions creates a psychological anchor that helps you navigate challenges with greater mindfulness and reduces anticipatory anxiety. Another is a mindful tea or coffee ritual. Observe every step of preparing your drink, noticing sounds, smells, colors, and movements. Feel the warmth of the cup, smell the aroma, watch steam rise, and engage all senses fully. Take small sips, noticing temperature, flavor, and texture, and feel the liquid warming your body. This ritual transforms a daily habit into a powerful mindfulness practice that grounds you at the start of your day and provides a template for bringing mindful awareness to other activities. We also have the digital sunset protocol. Screen time before bed increases evening anxiety by exposing you to blue light that disrupts melatonin production, stimulating your brain with information overload, triggering social comparison and FOMO, and creating a stress-inducing, always-on mentality. The solution? Stop screen use 90 minutes before bed. Use blue light blocking glasses if needed. Create a tech-free wind-down routine, which could include reading physical books, light stretching or yoga, journaling or reflection, or preparing for tomorrow. Lastly, there are movement rituals like yoga, tai chi, or qigong. These ancient movement practices combine 3 powerful anti-anxiety elements: rhythmic, flowing movements that release physical tension, controlled breathing that activates the parasympathetic nervous system, and mindful focus that quiets anxious thoughts. Research shows these practices lower cortisol levels, reduce anxiety symptoms, and improve sleep quality when done regularly. You don't need to be flexible or experienced to get started. Begin with just 10 minutes daily. Follow beginner-friendly videos, focus on breathing and presence, not perfection, and practice consistently to build the anxiety-fighting neural pathways. Now let's move to Chapter 4, which includes real stories of mindfulness success. We'll start with Sarah, who moved from panic to peace. She used to have sudden panic attacks during important meetings. Her heart would race, she couldn't catch her breath, and her thoughts would spiral. She felt like she was drowning in front of her colleagues. After discovering Unlock Wisdom's 5-minute mindfulness hacks, Sarah implemented 4-7-8 breathing before meetings, belly breathing during anxiety spikes, and the 5-4-3-2-1 technique when feeling overwhelmed. Now, she manages anxiety on the spot and maintains productivity even under pressure. Then there's John, whose journey of mindful movement saved his sanity. John's high-pressure job as a financial analyst was causing chronic tension headaches, sleep disturbances, Sunday night anxiety, and difficulty concentrating. John incorporated 2 simple mindfulness practices: 10-minute mindful walks during lunch breaks, and 5-minute stretching sessions between meetings. John said that he was skeptical that something so simple could help with stress that felt so overwhelming. But these small breaks to reconnect with his body have been transformative. He's sleeping better, thinking clearer, and actually enjoying his work again. Now, John starts each morning with a brief mindfulness routine and has become an advocate for mental wellness in his workplace. You're not alone. Mindfulness works. Thousands of Unlock Wisdom viewers report significant anxiety reduction using these simple techniques. 87% report noticeable anxiety reduction, within the first week, with only 5 minutes of time investment. 92% of consistent practitioners report improved ability to manage stress in challenging situations. So, how do you build your 5-minute mindfulness routine? First, choose your hack. The most effective mindfulness practice is the one you'll actually do. Select techniques that feel natural and comfortable for you, match your specific anxiety triggers, and fit realistically into your daily schedule. Start small, picking just 1 or 2 techniques to master before adding more. Consistency with a simple practice beats sporadic attempts at multiple techniques. Practice daily, setting consistent times to practice, like first thing in the morning, during lunch break, or right before bed. Next, create a calm space. You'll need a quiet area where you won't be disturbed, clear visual clutter that might distract you, and consider adding natural elements like plants or stones. Adjust lighting to be soothing, but not sleep-inducing. Even a small corner of a room can become your mindfulness sanctuary. If space is limited, use headphones with noise canceling or calming music. Try a parked car for privacy during work breaks. Step outside for a natural environment, or create a mental sanctuary through visualization if physical space is limited. Third, use reminders. Set phone alarms with labels like breathe or present moment to prompt mindfulness breaks throughout your day. Place sticky notes or small symbols in key locations, like your computer, mirror, or car dashboard to trigger mindful awareness. You can also link mindfulness to existing habits, practicing after brushing teeth, before eating, or while waiting for coffee to brew. After a few weeks of practice, track your progress. Keep a mindfulness journal with brief before-after notes. Use a 1 to 10 scale to rate anxiety levels, note physical symptoms that improve, and track sleep quality and energy levels. Finally, what should you look for as your practice develops? Mindfulness benefits often appear gradually in subtle ways. You can look for faster recovery from anxiety episodes, decreased intensity of physical symptoms, improved sleep quality, more moments of natural calm, and increased awareness before anxiety escalates. Expand your practice gradually. In weeks 1 and 2, establish the habit by starting with just 2 to 3 minutes of daily practice, focusing on consistency rather than duration or perfection. In weeks 3 and 4, deepen your practice by gradually extending to 5 minutes, noticing subtler sensations, and improving your ability to return attention when it wanders. In month 2, expand your toolkit by introducing 1 new technique while maintaining your original practice, noticing which techniques work best in different situations. From month 3 onward, integrate mini moments of mindfulness throughout your day, practicing during regular activities like eating, walking, or listening to others. Let's go over a few bonus hacks and tips from experts. The first hack is to use your words. When anxiety rises, pause and identify what you're feeling. Label the emotion specifically, such as, "This is uncertainty," rather than just anxiety. Say it aloud or write it down. "I'm feeling overwhelmed right now." And notice how the intensity shifts when you name it. UCLA research shows that labeling emotions activates your prefrontal cortex, rational brain, and reduces activity in the amygdala, fear center. This process, called affect labeling, creates psychological distance from overwhelming feelings. Another powerful hack is to wish someone happiness. When anxiety strikes, shift your focus to someone else. Picture the person clearly in your mind. Mentally send them well wishes. May you be happy, may you be healthy, etc. Continue for 1 to 2 minutes, breathing calmly. For maximum effectiveness, choose someone challenging, like a difficult coworker or family member. This practice activates your brain's caregiving system, which counteracts the threat response. Releases oxytocin, a hormone that reduces anxiety and promotes feelings of connection. Shifts perspective from self-focused worry to outward compassion, and creates a sense of agency when anxiety makes you feel helpless. Yet another helpful tip is to practice mindful doodling or coloring. Keep simple art supplies accessible, such as paper and pen. When anxiety rises, take 5 minutes to doodle or color. Focus completely on the process, paying attention to shapes, colors, and textures. Let go of creating good art, because the process is the purpose. Finally, notice how your breathing naturally slows as you engage. You can also try looking up at the stars. Step outside at night or look through a window. Gaze up at the night sky for 3 to 5 minutes. Breathe deeply and slowly. Allow yourself to contemplate the vastness of space. And notice how your personal worries shift in perspective. This triggers the awe response, a psychological state that reduces stress hormones, creates healthy perspective on personal problems, activates the parasympathetic nervous system through slow breathing and visual focus, and connects you to something larger than yourself, reducing isolation. Photos of space, nature documentaries, or even imagining the cosmos can create a similar effect if there aren't any stars visible. Avoid these common pitfalls. Don't expect instant results. Think of mindfulness as physical training for your brain. Just as muscles develop with consistent exercise, your anxiety management skills improve with practice. And be consistent with your practice. Build a daily practice when you're not anxious, which will strengthen neural pathways, making techniques more effective during high anxiety moments. So that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope these tips help you on your journey. To stay motivated, join our community and connect with fellow mindfulness practitioners in our comments section and during live Q&A sessions, which will help create a space to encourage one another. You can also share your progress by posting your experiences, breakthroughs, and questions using #UnlockWisdom. Acknowledge every victory, no matter how small, whether it's noticing anxiety earlier than usual, recovering from anxiety faster, remembering to use a technique during stress, or maintaining consistent practice for a week. Now, here's a 5-minute mindfulness challenge to choosing one technique from this presentation and commit to practicing it daily for 7 days, just 5 minutes each time. Set a specific time each day for your practice, such as morning, lunch break, or before bed. Pay attention to how your anxiety patterns, sleep quality, and overall mood shift throughout the week. Document your journey and share your experience with #UnlockWisdom to inspire others. Remember, peace is not the absence of anxiety, but the mastery of it. This is Unlock Wisdom, your daily guide to calm, clarity, and confidence. We bring you science-backed, easy-to-follow mindfulness hacks that actually work in real-world situations, helping you reclaim calm in minutes, anytime, anywhere. No expensive equipment or hours of practice required. Join our community with new videos every week and live Q&A sessions monthly. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Hey everyone, hope you like the video. We've put a lot of work into it. If you did, we'd be happy to share the PowerPoint or PDF materials used in this presentation. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, and of course, like this video. It really helps us out. Then, comment below with the name of the video or book we mentioned that you're interested in. Let us know what caught your eye. We'll send you the downloadable link directly through your DMs. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.